Happy Friday, everybody. Coming to you from Pelican headquarters in Flagami, Miami, Florida. Welcome to another RV chat live on the air. Hold on, let me open up the chat here because how's everybody doing? How are you guys doing? I'm really happy to be here sharing yet another. Actually, today it kind of looks like the Mini Tini Lounge with this. I kind of made it a little darker like this. I like it. You know, little by little, this is becoming more of a TV studio than a music studio as it used to be. Is the audio okay? I think I'm a little soft. Now I'm a little too hot. There we go. All right, CLT in the house. How are ya? And where's Dylan? Dylan, I hear it is your birthday coming up. So we're gonna sing happy birthday to you at some point tonight. Early birthday to you. And here's Jackie Trujillo, Brandon Stargell, and Red Jaguar. All right, Red Jaguar. You're usually late. Today you're here number one early. Thank you so much. And 321 Adventures. Thank you so much for being here. 321 Adventures. And we have the first super chat from Christoph, the Brabanter. Greetings from Belgium. I like road tripping in the Midwest. I love your vids. Thank you so much. And Belgium, man, I wanna go back to Belgium at some point. I was there very briefly, well, way too briefly, back in 2009, and yeah. And Caleb Jackson, your birthday was last Saturday. Well, happy belated birthday to you. And Freya from Michigan, and iPhone Games, this is your birthday today. Well, happy birthday to you too. All right. And hi, you're my favorite YouTuber, Finding Freedom RV. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like this stuff that I do. Sun shining, flowers blooming, snowing in Michigan. Hey, Michelle K. And it's kind of weird because here in Miami, it's kind of nice in the morning. It's being in the 70s. But right now, you don't want to go out there. Good evening, RV Weekends. Juan Rodriguez, saludos desde Puerto Rico. Compláceme con mi eterno amor. That's tomorrow. The Mini Tini Lounge is tomorrow, by the way, guys. Papa Drew RV, hello Robert, how are you on a Friday? I'm doing good. I'm very happy to report that I just finished editing the Minnesota video, which is basically Minneapolis, not much more about Minnesota, and I was just recording a commercial. That's what I was. That's why I was almost late to the chat, because I had to reposition the lights and all that good stuff. Oh man, the chat is how many do we have watching tonight at this moment? 356. Let me see if I can. Yes, I can. All right, let me try to read some of the. I listen to your CD when I drive. Almost feel like I'm watching Traveling Robert. Come to DC and make a real one. Definitely, I want to go back to DC and visit some of the museums. And you have videos from Michigan coming soon, because after Minnesota, I went briefly down to Missouri and then back up to Wisconsin, and then from Wisconsin I went up to the UP. And then went to Mackinac Island, and then went back down to the Mitten, straight through the middle of the Mitten, which is, I hear, not the best route, not the most scenic route, but at that point in the trip, I was racing against the clock, pretty much. Gemini Adventures, thank you so much for that super chat. Editing videos and watching Traveling Robert in Riverview, Florida. All right, Riverview, Florida. By the way, you guys haven't asked me for my beer. I don't know if you have. But La Chula, Detroit City. I went to Detroit too. By the way, that Henry Ford Museum, amazing place. I have to figure out, because I'm waiting for a text. What is this? I think this is spam. Yeah. Okay. And I have a text from my old friend David Oliva, also a good musician here from Miami, and yeah, he just bought a Mac because of me, and now I don't think he knows how to use it. Rebecca Hernandez, hello there. Jackie Trujillo, I hope you start traveling soon. Well, I wanted to talk to you guys about that. I have reservations. Very happy. I have, oops. I don't know what's wrong with this. I think they filled them up too much. Give me a second. I need a paper towel. And you know, paper towels. You know, paper towels are a precious commodity these days. Still, I went to Publix today and all they had was that Publix brand. No Bounty or anything like that. Papa Drew. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Oh, Rudy Suarez. Also, Rudy Suarez, a friend, an old friend from the Vista Alegre Club band days. What does the rest of your shirt reads? Haha. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on. It's kind of funny. I won it at the karaoke contest at the brewery. It says, I pee a lot when I drink. Of course, it's a play on words on IPA, which is the style of beer that I prefer. By the way, today we are drinking, and Ely bought this one. Brew from the 21st Amendment Brewery in San Francisco. Actually, that's one of the first breweries we went to we went to Mac World Expo back in 2008, and we didn't know anything about beer back then, but it has like a picture of Mount Rushmore, and it's brew free or die. And of course, 21st Amendment was the amendment that ended the prohibition, so that's why it's important. Caleb Jackson, what's the favorite state you've been to? Altogether, I mean, they all have something great, and as far as scenery, probably California is the most beautiful, but as far as everything, I like Arizona a lot. Leo Kathy Sigrist, thank you so much for that super chat. Maybe you can get a beer with this on your first trip. Thank you so much, and yeah, definitely. By the way, both trips that I have planned are in Florida. I have reservations for the last weekend in May and the first weekend in June. And the Squill Family Vlogs, thank you so much for that super chat. Have you been to the Red River Gorge in Kentucky? Not yet. Not yet, but maybe I should write that one down, because I might be going to Kentucky now in the summer, you know. And Robert Hubbard, thank you so much for that super chat. Cheers, Robert. Waiting on Minitini Lounge. Minitini Lounge tomorrow. If my voice holds up tomorrow, we're going to do one more Minitini Lounge. And we'll see. Rice-A-Roni beer, huh? Hello from Bradenton, Florida. And Nick Sutton, enjoy your beverage. Thank you so much for that super chat. I'm indulging a Bell's Two-Hearted Ale. All right, cool. And Patty Henry, thank you so much for that super chat. Okay, we have William Irizarry in the chat. Thank you, William. Always good to talk to you. And from Germantown, Maryland, stay safe. Maryland is another place where I might go. It depends. And this is you know, I'm improvising a new plan pretty much every week as I see the news and see what's going on. And I'm just gonna try to hit the states that are opening up. You know, I'm not gonna go to Maine or New York or Michigan for that matter at this time of the year. Lucky Dog Productions moderator, hello there. Traveling Robert and the rest of the Blue Range crew, I can't moderate tonight. We just lost our little dog Cassie. She was 13. We don't have any lucky dogs. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Sue. Sorry for your loss. And well, hopefully I'll see you next week. And thank you. Steve Halterman, thank you so much for that super chat. IPA greetings from Des Moines. Drink up. Cheers. I'm drinking from the can, and I have a, you know, aluminum kind of changes the taste. So I'm going to just pour it on my glass here. And this Traveler, hello there, the dark mode of, yeah, I kind of like the dark mode. I'm going to replace this this ceiling fan anyways here pretty soon, because I never use that ceiling fan, and it's not the best light. I'm just gonna put a dimmable light up there, so I can have it sometimes a little darker, a little lighter, depending on my mood. Oh man. Camper One, my friend Steve in Kenosha, Wisconsin, recommended you watching you, and his wife loved watching you. Thank you so much, Camper Goer One. Oh, no, Camp Goer One. I can't even read anymore. Speaking of your new shirt, back in the day when you wore a suit, what type of work did you do? Well, I wore a suit mostly to sing, actually, at nightclubs, especially when we had the band. And in the office, I wore a long sleeve shirt, and I was overdressed. Very few people dress up for the office here in Miami. Enjoyed watching you install the bug shield on the refrigerator vent. Never would have thought of that. Also, are you going to start calling it Minitini 2 Lounge? No, for now it's Minitini Lounge. Rudy Suarez, traveling Robert in Havana, Cuba. I don't know if I'm gonna be going to Havana, Cuba anytime soon. It's a lot of paperwork, but someday I would love to go. And maybe rent an RV. They have an RV rental company. I don't know if it's working anymore, but they used to. Going places. When do you think you'll come to Zimbabwe? 2025, maybe. I'm all kidding aside. I want to go to South Africa at some point, and I want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, which is the highest peak in Africa, and it's relatively easy to climb. That's why I want to do it. Dylan Reynolds, traveling Robert, are you going back to Yellowstone? Not anytime soon. As part of this, the next couple of years, except for very rare occasions where I'm like along the way. I don't want to repeat any place. If I'm with Ili, I'm close to Yellowstone, of course I want her to see it. But for video purposes, I don't think I could make a much better video about Yellowstone. I could make a more extensive video, see more things. But I don't know. Patty Henry, happy Mother's Day to your mom on Sunday. Thank you so much. Yeah. And I don't know yet what we're gonna do. I'm gonna roast the pork, and I don't know if she's coming here or I'm going there. We'll figure that out. There's a little canyon in Georgia. Rebecca Hernandez. I want to go to Cloudland Canyon, and the other one, the one that it's called the Grand Canyon of Georgia. It's by Columbia, Georgia. That's one of the places where I intend to go next month. Michael H. Thank you so much for that super chat. Greetings, Robert, from hot SoCal. I'm a 26-year first responder working overtime right now, and to buy my first motorhome. Well, thank you for your service, and man, hope you get that motorhome and travel the country. This is, in my opinion, the best way to travel. This Inspire, thank you so much for that super chat. Any more Florida videos from David Tarquin? Absolutely. And after this summer 2019 series ends, which is going to end in about a month or so, I have one video about Venice Beach, Florida, the whole west coast of Florida. It's a little bit of Sarasota, a little bit of Venice Beach, a little bit of that area, and also Miaka River State Park. And then I have another video about Homestead. And I'm going to do a video about Miami. I have some footage of Miami. And then, of course, these 2 weekends coming up that I'm going to shoot videos in undisclosed locations in Florida. Girl Driver, thank you so much for that super chat. Thanks, Robert. Your videos have helped me get through house arrest. I feel like I've been all over the country and abroad with you and Ili. Thank you so much. And I'm glad you like him. I'm really glad you like him. CCXP Exam Simulator used along with Traveling Robert so he can see your question. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not gonna be able to see every single question in the chat, as you probably can. I'm seeing the members, I'm seeing the super chats, and I'm seeing the ads, as many ads as I can. Like, for example, Dylan Reynolds, are you planning on to sing Happy Birthday to me? Yes, I am. Oops, I revealed it, but I probably am, and Only getting sound on one side. Oh, thank you so much for noticing that. I did notice that there was something odd and I forgot. I'm going to fix it right now. Give me a second here. And you should be able to hear me on both sides now. Yes, one of those things when I'm using my Audio Technica microphone and I go and I'm going through my audio interface, it only goes to the left. Let me know if you hear it on both sides now. Mr. Robato, domo arigato, Mr. How about a shakedown cruise with Minitini 2 to the Florida Keys? Man, the Florida Keys are still closed to visitors. So Florida Keys are kind of out of the question at this moment. But we'll see. We'll see. Cape May is beautiful, Robert. You should visit New Jersey sometimes. Cape May, I'm sure you mean. And yes, I am going to visit Cape May soon. Oh man, that hold on. Nick Hill, thank you so much for that super chat. And Ilyasi Sabani from Belgium, Rodolfo Fonte. We're in Hialeah. If you're going to roast pork, we can help you eating it. Yeah, right? The Lost RVers, Calrut Pagan Wife, thank you so much for that super chat. Hello, Robert, at Summit of Sierras. Finally RVing. Well, congratulations. I'm happy. You can yeah. Alex taught me this, that if I click on the super chat on top, I can see it. Robert, I just found your video channel yesterday. Like your videos. Thank you, Herbert Walker, for that super chat, and welcome to the club, man. And here we have Chanel Benson White with the super sticker, and thank you. Keep it up. Always, thank you so much. And what do we have here? Barbef, the kids could be open to you as you are the media. Nah, but I don't wanna, I'm gonna wait until we can all go. And Rick Fiddler thought my earphones went bad, so I'm assuming now it's okay. Big Junior, what was the first question? What's your opinion? My opinion about what? No, I can't find the original message, so Harlem World Boy, thank you so much for that super chat. Greetings, Robert. Any trips to Puerto Rico in the future? I sure hope so. Whenever it's okay to fly, and maybe sometime later this year. You know, I would love to spend a couple of days in La Isla del Encanto. And probably visit the eastern part of the island, because I did that road trip to the west. I went all the way to the westernmost point. But I would like to go to the Yunque National Park. And I want to eat at El Guabate. I hear El Guabate makes like the best roast pork in the whole island. And go to the Bahia, the luminescent bay, you know, Vieques. Marco James, love watching your shows with my dad. Thank you so much. And Dylan Reynolds. Are you planning to do karaoke at the concert? I might do karaoke at the concert tomorrow. Yes, Trinidad Dave, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you, appreciate it. And Mike Nelligan, thank you so much for that super chat. Hey, Robert, do you typically find the laundromat on the road, or do you mostly use RV park services? I usually use the RV park services. They are just more convenient. And most RV parks, even the state parks and the national park facilities, some of them, they have coin laundries, and I find it easier than having to drive to a certain spot. You know, I'm parked there with my RV. I just even walk to the place. Robert, Andy here in Maryland finally got to. You see what I do? Got the campgrounds and golf courses back open. Oh, Maryland is open. But trying to find spot anywhere in the RV is next to impossible. I can imagine, and it's gonna be a rough summer because everybody wants to be out there. Papa Drew RV, I bet you are so pumped to get back on the road as we are to see you on the road. Please keep up the great work. Hardest working man on YouTube. Thank you. You got to have piononos in Puerto Rico. Yeah, piononos for sure, and alcapurrias. I love alcapurrias. Time for a kiss. I just saw all the Euro trips. When will you do more Euro trips? Probably not this year or next year. Probably 2022 at this point. But when I go to Europe, I want to spend a month. So we're gonna figure it out. Errol Wilson from California, are you planning on going to Quartzsite next January? Absolutely, yes. I want to go to Quartzsite next January. William Rizarri, drove by your house the other day. It's getting a little congested in your driveway. Brother. Well, now when I get the Class B, I can park it on the other side and then we will complete. Ryan G, thank you so much for that super chat. Espero que todo esté bien con su familia y llame su espectáculo de Wilmington, Carolina del Norte. Cabeza de pelícano. And I hope everything is well with your family and love your spectacle or your show. Amé su espectáculo en Wilmington, Carolina, North Carolina. And I want to go back to Wilmington, North Carolina. When I was there back in 2011, that didn't do much, and I just passed. Email for 428. Thank you so much for that super chat. Thanks for the videos, Robert. No, you're very welcome. And the accessible traveler. Thank you so much for that super chat. Hey, Robert, greetings. Robert from the Clearwater Lake Tarpon KOA. Let the community know things are opening back up here in Florida. That might be one of the next places I'm going to try to go somewhere around there. And, cause I'm thinking early, I have a reservation for the first weekend of June. And then after that, I'm thinking of starting working my way up north. Of course, Miami-Dade County is still not quite open yet. But I hear rumors that by the middle of the month, like in a week, things are going to start opening up. Trend. Kiansmo? Thank you so much for that super sticker, number one fan. Yes. And heading to West Virginia soon for to our property. And I might be going to West Virginia too as part of this trip. The ultimate goal would be to go to Glacier National Park. But some of the national parks, they don't look like they're opening anytime soon. So I might just give up Glacier even this year and just maybe do like the Midwest and go as far north as North Dakota. We'll see. G Photo Girl, I think you should do live music shows at the KOA sites. I'm a singer-songwriter. We can meet up on the road and do a duo together. Yeah. Good evening, Robert. They are slowly opening in Arizona from Laura Bristow. And that was one of my ideas at some point to do like the Florida Loop and do a couple of campgrounds. I don't know if I wanna do that full time again, but once in a while it's fun. Brian, I hear that RV sales are actually up during the coronavirus. I thought they would be down with the high unemployment. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I have to talk to our friend Matt of Matt's RV Reviews. Maybe he knows how the RV sales are going, but yeah. Marco Di Marcello, our family loves watching your videos. What was your favorite trip? We plan to go to the Grand Canyon, but we'll see what happens. Traveling Robert, you should visit Custer State Park in South Dakota. Yeah, I know, and I was so close, man. But, I was in a rush. Favorite trip? Well, I have many trips that are my favorite, but driving coast to coast for the first time, that may have been it was a dream come true. It may not have been like the best in every sense of the word, but it was an accomplishment for sure. Yeah. Traveling Buckeyes, we're coming down your way next Friday. All right, welcome to Florida. And Diane Jakeway from the UK. Thank you. Marzan Worldwide, the Great American Road Trip is back in style. Definitely. That was absolute. I also wanted to go to Chicago for a long time, and I discovered by watching actually it was a book best places to boondock in the United States, and he mentions that McCormick Center in Chicago. This traveler, man, after a computer reboot, audio is still off sync or something. Not sure. It sounds good, but there's a bit delay of sync. I don't know. It looks good here in my software, but I don't know what's. Does everybody else? Eventually, I'm gonna have to use a different streaming software. I'm just so used to using OBS. Natalie Rios, thank you so much for that super chat. Love the show. Thank you. And KS, thank you so much for that super sticker for fist bump. Yeah, fist bump. We're not supposed to shake hands anymore, right? So either elbow bump or fist bump. And Mena, hello from Houston. Hey, Robert, when coming back to Texas, you need to visit South Padre Island. I know. That's probably going to be, I don't know how it is going to be in January, but I'm going to be in the area in January. So I don't know. We'll see. Every weekends, traveling Robert El Yunque is awesome. We hiked to the top many times. It never gets old. You'll love it. Yeah, that's one of those things in Puerto Rico that I guess it is a must do, and I want to do it whenever we go. We'll probably rent a car. Alan Chitwood, thank you so much for that super chat. Every man's right. The right to roam in Finland. I never knew until I watched your video. Wow, we need that here. I don't know, it's a double-edged sword, because if you are the RVer, it's a good thing, but if you're the property owner, I don't know if I want anybody being able to roam through my property. So, it's good and it's good, right? Richard Sosa, thank you so much for that super chat. Greetings from Hialeah. What size travel trailer under 5,000 pounds do you recommend for a family of 6? For a family of 6? Travel trailer? Oh, man. I don't know how many the Winnebago Micro Mini 1700 BH or the 2100 BH. I know it has bunk beds. I don't know if the dinette might convert into a bed and then it has a bed. That could be one. But that just because that's the one I know. I know that there are many. I'm sure. I'm sure Lance probably has one. I'm sure there's an Airstream that does that too. But it all depends on your budget. Don De La Huse, hi Robert, you make the best travel videos I've seen from Lafayette, Louisiana. Thank you. And sweet Corona, good times, never felt so bad, right? And Brandon Stargell, Robert, what are your thoughts on Thousand Trails membership? Well, after I saw Nomadic Fanatic, I don't know. I've never been a fan of a place that it almost feels like a timeshare, right? Like you have to go. I like the freedom to just go to whatever park I want. I don't want to be tied to a network. But if saving money is your thing, you can stay next to nothing at these places, right? Diane Jakeway, thank you so much for becoming an executive producer. Now I have to add you to the credits of the Minnesota video. Thank you. And okay, Barry Edelman, Norcross, Georgia. Hi, Robert. Send my good wishes to Mom and Illy for Mother's Day. Thank you. Will do. Thank you so much. And yeah, on Sunday I'm gonna roast that pig. My mom is making some flan, and we'll see. Watch the Trolls. Yeah, I guess. Well, this traveler, has his sharp blue range, and I think he took care of that. I most of these Trolls I never get to read the messages. You guys. Robert, how about driving the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel and up to Cinco Tegue National Wildlife Refuge? I was thinking of doing it on the way south, on the way back from the northeast. This time taking the coast, hugging the coast, maybe even doing the Outer Banks after that. Danny Gossett. That's a very good brand of champagne, by the way. Thank you so much for becoming a Chief Pelican Head. Thank you, appreciate it. Dylan Reynolds, I wish Old Kia was still here. Yeah, sometimes I miss it too. It had a very comfortable sit. Jorge7871, thank you so much for that super chat. I think that old Kia Ceed after almost 15 years, he had like the shape of my butt already, like there. You know what I mean? Danny Gasset at Belgium. All right, from Belgium. Hey, thank you. Thanks, Robert. I agree. You're welcome. Hello from Michigan, Robert, from Ken Bayard. Any videos of your travel through Michigan coming out soon? Thanks for all the time. Yes, definitely. After Minneapolis, we've got Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and a little bit more of Wisconsin, not a whole lot more. And then after that, I'm gonna do the Upper Peninsula and the Pictured Rocks, and I'm gonna eat some pasties, and it's gonna be awesome. Where are you from originally? Your accent sounds Eastern European, maybe. Oh, I'm from no, I'm from Cuba. I was born in Cuba. I was born in Cuba, in the Caribbean. But we did have a strong Eastern European influence during the 70s and the 80s. I grew up with Russian and Czech cartoons and that kind of thing. Irvin Gonzalez, thank you so much for that. For becoming a chief pelican head. Really appreciate it. Now you have that nice pelican on your right and a different color. Isabel Pierce, thank you so much for that super chat. And hello, Robert from the Ford, Michigan Assembly Plant, home to the Ford Ranger. Yeah, I might get a Ford next time. And by the way, Mary Callan, thank you so much for becoming an executive producer. All right, 2 new executive producers. Thank you so much. I have to add you guys to the credits of the Minneapolis video for sure. What would you suggest for first timer in rental RV? Get one of those cheap Class C's that like the one that I rented the first time, and have fun. Black water tank first, gray water second. That's all I have to say. And Nitro, Robert, please be more prepared when you get out on foot. It's stressing to see you go with 1 bottle of water and no hat. Well, if it's not too cold or hot, I don't like the hat, but I do have more than 1 bottle of water generally. If I'm having a backpack, which I usually do, if I'm going to go do a long hike, I have 5 or 6 bottles of water, generally speaking. So, yeah. T-by-N Rose. Robert, I want to thank you for saving my sanity a couple of years back. It was a situation, and every day went traveling with Robert. Well, thank you, and I'm glad to be able to help. Sir, why did you capture the night views? Sometimes I do. I haven't done it in a while. I want to get a new lens for the camera that I use for the night time lapse. Diane Jakeway, love you in England, watching your travels whilst we're on lockdown. Thank you so much, and I want to go back to England really bad. Because last time it was kind of like everything, it's kind of in a rush. 2455 BHS Mini Winnie Towable slips 7, starting at 31,000. There you go. So those are nice. Tracy Sorrell, thank you so much for that super chat. Hi Robert, I was watching you a couple of videos with your mom in them. She's so cute when she takes selfies. Cracks me up. Tell her Happy Mother's Day. I will, and she's probably watching. I forgot to remind her, but I told her to set herself a reminder, so she's probably watching. Yeah. Can I ask what is going on and what is this channel for? Oh, well, we're a travel channel. We're just having these parties on Fridays. Do you speak Russian, Niet? I know a couple of words. Along the years I picked up a couple of words, but I never quite learned Russian. It's when I was growing up in Cuba in the 70s, half of the schools taught Russian and half of the schools taught English and as a foreign language, and I was lucky enough to land on one of the ones that taught English. So there you go. Do you recommend, Marco James, do you recommend Angel's Landing? Robert, we have done long, steep hikes, but we are not sure. It's a challenge. And if you suffer from vertigo at all, I wouldn't do it. But it's a challenge. It's probably the most challenging, um, not physically, and as the fear factor also kicks in. Definitely. Brian J, thank you so much for that super chat. Hey, happy Friday, Robert. My girlfriend Catherine, and her crazy German Shepherd Piper loves watching your episodes. Cool, thank you. Shout out to Catherine and the German Shepherd. And Tab Channel. Watch ABC 2020 show today at 9 p.m. ET. We'll see a lot of drone shots from your YouTube friend. Oh, cool. Congratulations. We're also working on Nightline show, which will be aired at 12 a.m. tonight. But this is not yet set. Thinking about going to Black Rock Mountain in Georgia. Have you been there? Haven't been there yet. Maybe next month. Next month I'm gonna do some adventures in Georgia for sure. I don't know. And we'll see. What's your favorite thing to order at a Paladar? Paladar, Paladar is what they call the private restaurants in Cuba, but I don't know. Difficult question for you. Which is your favorite state? Yeah, difficult question because I have a couple of, and the more states I visit, I still have something for Arizona. I don't know why. It's such variety. California is beautiful. It's a lot of variety too, but it's they take your lemons when you go into the state. Let's William Irizarry, Alma, feliz Dia de las Madres aquí. My mom is in the house. Where's my mom? I missed my mom. Well, you know how it is. And by the way, my eyesight is not what it used to be. Oh, we have a super chat. Trace. Oh, that already. I saw that one already. Okay. Oh, brother. Oh, I'm having one of those nights, guys. Cheers. Maybe I need a little more of this nice ale. If you do karaoke at the concert tomorrow, you're going to sing "Closer" by the Chainsmokers. No, but I might sing "Happy Birthday" to you. But it's not really my style. I don't know. I've never heard a song actually. Brandon Stargell, I have reservation at Black Rock Mountain State Park next month. It has the highest elevation of any state park in Georgia. I'm looking forward to it. That would be cool. Do you think Angel's Landing is safe for teenage kids? Where did you get your favorite IP? I think Angel's Landing, you probably should be an adult, because it is dangerous. It's one of those places that you have to either know what you're doing or be confident that you know what you're doing. And I probably didn't, but I came back alive, and it's one of the greatest experiences. One of the greatest hiking experiences I've ever done, for sure. Ethan Colela, thank you so much for that super chat on behalf of my family and girlfriend. Thank you for keeping us entertained during this crazy time. Every Friday we walk around the house singing super chat to keep it up. Robert, thanks from Massachusetts. And then John Bowling, thank you so much for that super chat. Greetings from UK. Loving videos. Needed escapism. Well, I'm glad you enjoy them, and I'm glad it's kind of mind boggling that I can reach people from some. It's really truly an international show, and today, for example, I went to the post office and I was shipping stickers to Canada, to the UK, to Germany, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that you all for example. Heraclio Pérez is watching us from España. Saludos a todos. And Heraclio, escucho de mi familia que está por allá que las playas de España están comenzando a abrir. So that's a good thing. Daniel Ruiz, thank you so much for that super chat. Someone chatted that they toast a drink every time you say super chat. Yeah, I was going to make it a drinking game. But one day someone suggested that I was promoting alcoholism, so I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't. Uh, I shouldn't be yeah, it's all in good fun, right? What is the cleanest or dirtiest state you've been to so far as litter goes? Oh man, I want to say like the cities in Nebraska and Iowa. You know, that's you could probably eat off the street. Alma Morales, say everybody say hello to my mom. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Mom, love and good health. Enjoy, Mom. All right. Max McLear, coming from Arizona, which is probably one of my favorite states. Good afternoon, Robert. Your videos were never more important now. Well, I'm glad I'm able to help, and I'm glad that being so behind on my videos is actually a blessing in disguise at this moment, because I can keep providing. I have at least a month and a half of content still in my hard drive that I could, provide travel videos without traveling. RV weekends. We made 5 Florida State Park reservations last night. We're also excited to get back to traveling. We love your videos and your concerts. Thank you. And yes, I made one state park reservation. Cristian Cisbisti mirando desde Buenos Aires, Argentina. Love your t-shirt. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I pee a lot when I drink. Sometimes, at my age. And Todd Wright from Vegas. Jody Bogdanovich. I'm new to YouTube because of coronavirus lockdown. I found I was subscribing to a lot of channels and I had to pare down. You survived the cut. 80 degrees in the Pacific Northwest. That's kind of hot for you guys, isn't it? And what's the worst roads you have traveled? As far as regular roads, California is up there, and then Michigan is up there. Michigan, is it Michigan? Yeah, and northern Indiana is kind of bad, and around Chicago is kind of bad. So, yeah. On the other hand, the best roads I've ever traveled are either Florida or Idaho. Minitini Lounge tomorrow. Yes, Minitini Lounge. If my voice holds up and I feel well, tomorrow 6 p.m. I'm going to do one more concert because why not? Yvonne the Beats. Hey, thank you, man. I just started watching your videos and I really enjoyed them all. And you really inspired me to watch Live Inside an RV. Thank you. Seriously, drink what you want. You're helping small breweries. Well, cheers. Francesca Di Marcello. What kind of drone do you have? Our family loves the views. I have it's a whole drone by today's standards. It's a DJI Mavic Pro, the original one. I'm thinking whenever I crash it, I might upgrade to the new Mavic Air 2. It seems to be really good, but we'll see. Hopefully I won't crash it, and I'll keep it for another couple of years, And by the way, La Chula, yes, I'm married. Mark Tarkovsky. Robert, any plans to come to Long Island? By the way, thank you so much for that super chat. Any plans to come to Long Island, New York at some point? Yes. And what I wanted to do, maybe I'll go to Long Island because that's where the departure point was from the book Travels with Charlie, And I've been to Long Island, but the part that is like Brooklyn, so that doesn't really count now, does it? Ivan, good job on the South Dakota episode. Next time visit Crazy Horse Monument. Yeah, definitely. I wanted to visit one thing in South Dakota. I ended up visiting 3 if you count Wall Drugstore. So yeah. Diane Jakeway, wow, so pleased to see others from the UK joining. Yes, by the way, today 1 movie and 2 new episodes on Amazon Prime, and those are available in the UK as well. they finally approved them. I had to send them an email. And after I send them an email, all of a sudden they answer, "Oh yeah, your episode is on queue next." I don't know what's going on with Amazon, but I guess every time I upload something, I'm gonna have to write them an email and tell them, "Hey, approve." Brandon's stars. I just got the Mavic Mini and I love it so far. Definitely good for somebody like me who is new to drones. And then the newer the drones, if you take my first drone, which was the original Phantom, and you use then the Mavic, and the Mavic practically flies itself compared to the Phantom. And thank you so much, Mohammed El Aziz Brinis, your fantastic travel videos. And David Tarkin, thank you so much for becoming an executive producer. Thank you for the upgrade. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And your name will go on the credits of the next video. Not on the next one or the one after that, because those two are in the can, but in the Minnesota video for sure. Traveling Robert, talk about the new podcast channel. Yeah, I started a new channel, and I'm probably not gonna upload every single week, but whenever I do an interview on the podcast on Living the RV Dream with Traveling Robert podcast, if I have a video portion, I'm gonna put it there. And I'm thinking maybe when I'm able to live stream on that channel, I might start live streaming like the recording of the podcast. I could do that too. Just tuning in, sorry to be late. What does your shirt say? It's an IPA shirt. I actually got it at the meetup that we had, actually organized by Jim, by the Forest from Ohio. They're here in the chat as well. And we did it at the Miami Brewing Company down there in Homestead, and I won the karaoke contest. Bonnie, oh man, Richika, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you, appreciate it. And where did you get your favorite IPA? Thanks so much for your videos. They're awesome. It keeps me and my family from going crazy. Thank you, Francesca. My first IPA, the one that the first one that I had was Lagunitas IPA from Petaluma, California. And after that, I started playing around with Cigar City Hialeah in Tampa, and Dogfish Head 90 Minutes. And it was all downhill after that. Jeff Shai, thank you so much for that super chat. Hi Robert, my 92-year-old dad is in the hospital with COVID. Say a prayer for him. I really hope he gets better. And prayers for him. And he's I'm sure things will turn out for the best. Have you checked the new GoPro 8? Yes, I don't know if I'm too crazy about all those attachments that you can put to it. I kind of like this. If the 7 was a little more reliable, I think it's probably the best GoPro to date. Desert Sun, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you. No, I have not heard of Winding Stairs Park in Lafayette, Walter. And Sherry comes from Idaho. One of my favorite states. Have you ever been to Italy? Not really, Stefano. Actually, we were touring the French Riviera back in 2006. We rented a car. We went to Monte Carlo, and I said, Italy is like a stone throw away. So we drove. We went to, I think it was called Menton, the town, and we drove into Italy. We drove a little bit. We stopped. And the idea was to go to one of the, a little further in, I forget the name of the town, but we decided to come back. It was really bad weather that day, and we were like, I was tired of driving, and we were staying in Cannes, actually. Where was I? Love your advice on upgrades, water filter, solar panels. Yes. You always have to upgrade things on the RV. And now on the first trip, I'm going to make a video about towing. And I'm going to show you some other upgrades. Some other, not upgrades, but maybe accessories that you might need. Just had to put the heat on the camper. It's going below freezing tonight. Really? It's really hot here where I am. Thank you, Mohamed El Aziz Brinis. You have a wonderful day too. Uh, and Claudia Toxopeus greets from the Netherlands, and the Netherlands is another place that I want to go back to. Not just Amsterdam, but I want to see other places. Any scary stories from the road? Not really. Just a couple of times that I felt uneasy, especially in cities, but not really. Dylan, I don't think Canada is gonna be a possibility this year. We'll see if they open the border. You never know. I'm gonna bring my passport whenever I go on the trip, just in case. Mount Rushmore, Robert, have you ever been to Morikami Museum and Japanese Gardens in Palm Beach? The museum is interesting and the gardens are beautiful. Yes, and I have a video. I don't know if it's the one that is. I have two Delray Beach videos, and it's one of those two. But yeah, beautiful place. Diane Jakeway, our Queen Elizabeth husband, Prince Philip, favorite drink is IPA. All right, he's a smart man. Nelson, does your wife not like traveling much? Yes, she does, but she still does have a 9 to 5, and we're working on it. We're working on it because I really do want her to travel extensively this year with me. So we'll see. The pandemic hasn't helped matters, and that's all I gotta say about that. But Steve Storm Senior, Robert, so glad I found your channel. You are living my lifelong dream. Did I see this one? Yes, I did. Well, thank you. And enjoy the videos. And if you guys are catching up to the latest videos, there are 700 videos up there. So Traveling Robert, refresh that IPA with another. I still have a little bit CLT, and the thing is, at some point, I have a audio is not in sync. Whatever that was half an hour ago. I'm sorry if the audio is not in sync. There's nothing I can do about that right now. But at some point, I'm gonna have to cut the live stream. At some point, I'm waiting for a text from Illy because Brian graduated today. He got his bachelor's, and of course, it was like a virtual, commencement ceremony and all that. We're gonna have a little, like. Not a party, we're practicing social distance, but we're gonna have a little celebration later today. And found Frank Hampel found a nice mini Tony and thinking of buying it. Hey, if it's check for water damage, and if it's good, go for it. CCXP, could you please say hello to my Beagle Basil? He is such a super pup. Hello, Basil. Tomato and basil. Or as they say on the other side of the pond, tomato and basil. Red Jaguar 100 Travels. Hello, my fellow Pelican heads. Please hit that like button for TR. Thank you so much for TR. Thank you so much, Red Jaguar. When are you coming to Florida, man? We got to hang out together. Are you ever afraid when you stay in the desert alone? The first night is usually weird, but then you realize that very little happens out there, and I'm more afraid when I'm in big cities. Refresh to fix audio. Okay, yeah, I cannot do anything from here, but if you guys can refresh from there, thank you. Have you visited the Vero Beach area? Not really. Not really. I have, there's so many beaches on the east coast of Florida, and that's one of the ones that I haven't been there exactly. Michelle Contreras, thank you so much for that super chat. Thanks for all the videos. There are many states I'll probably never get to see. I'll never say never, but I'm glad you appreciate it. Thank you. And the Goombas, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you. How much one trip costs you? I mean, it depends. It depends how much I go. Probably the biggest expensive fuel, because I sometimes I travel so far away, and the second expense is lodging. I like to stay at KOAs. It's easy sometimes. And then depends how much I eat out. How much if usually if Ili and I are together, we spend a little more because we like to go out. And eat at restaurants and that sort of thing. Cheers, Goombas. Happy travel to all the Pelican heads. Cheers to the moms. Enjoy. Thank you. And Al Richardson, you have been to New England with when Canada opens its borders. You should consider. Would you consider New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island on Nova Scotia? Absolutely. Yeah. Do you think a teardrop trailer is a good choice? Not for me. I want a bathroom. But if bathroom is not important to you and you want to have something extremely light, yeah, sure, why not? David Tarkin, boondocking, Walmart or Cracker Barrel? If there is a Cracker Barrel, I'll go for Cracker Barrel, and I can have dinner or breakfast, and usually, even if the Walmart next door doesn't allow overnight parking, sometimes the Cracker Barrel next door will. So yeah. Michael Klockner, love the Zoom chat. Thank you so much for that super chat. And I might do one. I haven't announced it, but I was thinking of doing one this Sunday. Actually, no. This Sunday is Mother's Day. We're gonna do it next Sunday. The one that with the patrons and the members. I have to figure out a way to notify the members so you guys see it, because the last time I don't think you guys saw it. We have to figure something out. Nick Hill, thank you so much for that super chat. I like your videos and live concerts. Thank you so much. I'm really appreciate it. I'm glad you have a post CLT at post pictures of your New Year view and traveling Robert and Friends group on Facebook. Yeah, please. And Nor Khaled. Hello, sir. I'm new here in your channel. It's actually interesting and I like it. It's so enjoyable. Can I ask a few questions? Did you travel to Egypt before? Why do you like traveling? And I would love to travel to Egypt, to be honest about it. It was one of those places that my dad would have, who was an architect, he would have loved to see. And I do want to see it because it's like the beginning of history. It's in Egypt, right? As we studied it. And yeah, absolutely. When the time is right, when the time comes, I want to see the pyramids and everything else that Egypt has to offer. I hear that they have like a tour that they will take you into the desert, actually the Sahara, and that would be cool too. And I hear that there's a thing that you can it's also a tour that you can sleep like on a tent. In the desert. I don't know. That would be a cool experience. I don't know. I just want to see everything. I want to see Alexandria and the Nile River, and I want to see the a lot of stuff. Anyway, I go on tangents from time to time. I want to see everything, guys, and the lifetime is not enough. Driving to the East, Courtney Smith. It's a banger. Love your music. Thank you so much. Iced tea if no Pepsi. Why not IPA? Well, when I used to drink sodas, Pepsi all the way. By the way, Francesca Di Marcello, it was your favorite song to sing. Our family loves Driving to the West. Driving to the West is it's like the first song with like lyrics that I wrote for this channel, because writing in my RV doesn't really have much lyrics, does it? It's just the hook. Lori Burlingame, I am wondering, when you're going through the mountains this past summer, would a 28 trailer be hard to go through? Well, I wouldn't take it on the Beartooth Highway, probably, or some of those mountain passes with a lot of hairpin turns. I wouldn't take as something a long trailer. Yeah, 28 trailer, 28. That's pretty long. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Uh, I would check most of those roads that will have signs that say, trailers over 25 feet, or if you are over, normally they have signs that say that, like Satoshi Nakafomo. How's quarantine treating you? I'm in Miami too. This sucks down here. We need to get out. Yeah, it kind of sucks. And the mask, fogs up my glasses. And it's kind of, that's actually the thing that is most uncomfortable. But little known fact: when I'm in Miami, I'm a little bit of almost like a hermit. We don't go out as much as you would think. But I do miss, going out sometimes Silly and I just on a whim go to Casa Juancho, usually to the bar, have a couple of drinks, listen to some live music, and I don't think that's gonna be happening for a long time. By the way, 782 of you watching. That's awesome. This is one of the biggest chats we've had. When will you brew your own beer? No, I'll let Lucky Dog do that. Seems like a lot of work. I'll let the experts do it, and I'll just drink it. Dude, Irish pub. Yeah, when was the last time? Yeah. Do you know Nomadic Fanatic? Not personally. And hot dog is a nutrient? Yeah, kind of, sort of. Francisco Ramos Bojorques. Hello, friend. Greetings from Mexico. Greetings, saludos. And hello from Northern Ireland, Robert. I have to go to Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland, both Irelands at some point. Hope you come to California again. I will, probably not this year, but maybe in January, or February. Ooh. How about your other RV? Is there in storage on the side of my house? Red Jaguar. I need to get out because my brand new rig isn't moved since I bought it. Home from yeah, you got that new Newmar, man. Come to Florida. No, yeah, come to Florida. Just don't come to South Florida yet, and the keys are closed. But the rest of Florida is kind of open. Little known fact. So, yeah, man, you need to get that trailer out of storage. Any suggestion for first time trip with my family? Our first time, I just enjoy, and there's a learning curve like everything, but black water first, gray water second. El Guatero, thank you so much for that super chat. Una Cushman para la sed, lo esperamos por Virginia. Saludos, El Guatero. Yes. Maybe if there is a Hershey RV show this year, I'll meet you up there. Absolutely. Did you get the envelope from DJ Sonia? No, I didn't. But you know what? I forgot. Oh my gosh. But first, by the way, Guatero, thank you so much for that super chat. Did I say super chat? I'm getting my wash your glasses with shaving foam will keep them from foaming up. Oh yeah, that's right. Like the snorkeling mask. Thomas Connor, thank you so much for becoming a Chief Pelican Head. Thank you. I suspect Winnebago from William Hogg will be offering you a good deal to keep the new trailer. If so, will you give us a chance to buy the old one? Absolutely. Yeah. If I keep the new one I'm not ruffling. What's the word? I forget. I'm doing a. I lost my train of thought. Just signed up for your $10 monthly Patreon. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the little shout out to my beagle. That means so much. Hope to see you in Branson one of these days. Absolutely. Keith L, thank you so much for that super sticker. Yes. Favorite fast food places. I like Five Guys. And I'm a Whopper guy myself. What is this? Someone's trying to hack my Facebook, I think. Your Facebook code. No, I didn't try anything. Does that ever happen to you guys, that you get these weird emails? I mean, text messages? Ooh, auction. That's the word I was looking for. Auction. I'm going to auction Minitini 1 to the highest bidder. You should explore West Virginia more than you have. Yes. I actually listened to a podcast, the Amateur Traveler podcast, and he had a recent episode about West Virginia, and definitely probably on this trip, if I'm unable to go like to Glacier and all those places far away, I'm gonna explore around this area. Probably I'll go as far as North Dakota because I haven't been there yet. But explore, West Virginia. I've driven through. I've seen a couple of things, but I need to see more for sure. And you inspired us from 0G to put the Sierra Nevadas and the Grand Tetons on our bucket list. Thanks for the videos. You're welcome. That area is, absolutely amazing. Hi, Robert. Do you know what state parks are open at this time? Adam Buser. No, our village. And I think CLT put a link today on the Facebook group. Our village has like a list by state of the RV parks that are open at this moment. I like Five Guys. You know what? Well, we're talking about fast food. I also like that Shake Shack, and but we don't have. Sometimes we don't have a whole lot of variety around here. So in Michigan, I like Raising Cane's. In California, I like In-N-Out. It depends on the area too. Here in Florida, Five Guys. And there's others. That's just what came to mind at the moment. Mark Newell. Hi, Robert. My beautiful wife and I enjoy your videos. Can you please give her a happy birthday wish, which is on Mother's Day? Well, happy birthday, Mark's wife, and happy birthday. And I haven't forgotten about Dylan. Where's Dylan? Are you still here, Dylan? I'm getting some allergies back here in the studio. I have to let some air in here at some point. Come on, guys, let us keep Robert showing us places we may not be able to go to. From Diane Jakeway, thank you. And it's 790. It says here that you're watching. Thank you so much. Zaxby's is great on the road. I've been to Zaxby's. Yes, I love fried chicken. Dylan Reynolds. Who else's birthday today? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Dylan. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. En México de todo, estas son las mañanitas que cantaba el rey David. Hoy por ser el día de tu santo te las cantamos a ti. In any case, I'm gonna keep reading the chat. Happy birthday to all the future birthdays, all the past birthdays, and to Dylan. Whew, I'm getting hungry. I don't know why. Yeah, someone keeps trying to hack my Facebook. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Grand Travels and Other Stories. Man, you've been watching for a long time, haven't you? Thank you so much for that super chat. Patty Tully. Hi, Robert. We're staying at Crystal Cove Campground in Laguna Beach, California in August. Hopefully, contact us if you want to come by for some homemade Mexican food and homebrew craft beer. Whenever I'm in California. For sure. Marco James, how do you get interested in camping? Did you camp a lot in Cuba when you were a kid? No, we never camped, actually. We were never camping people. I jumped into the RV bandwagon, just RV. It was my brother-in-law. They rented an RV to go to Georgia to visit the family, and they said, "Well, this is pretty cool." And I went in there, and yeah. And then we went to the Palm Beach RV show, and I'm like, I started reading about it. I'm that kind of person that when I get obsessed with something, it's only that something, and I probably read like 5 or 6 books on the subject, and I'm subscribed to every single podcast there was at the time about RVing. And the rest is history. It took us probably another 6-7 years before we actually bought Minitini 1. But yeah, a CLT. Could you believe that I found our perfect Class C at the perfect price? But I'm for low and I can't get it until I'm sure have a job. Hopefully it'll be there. Man, you gotta find a way. I'm sure you can find a way. Man, I'm wishing you the best of luck on that. I hope you can get it. It's about time. It's about timing for everybody, right? And Thomas Connor, my wife loves your music. Writing, she's a pianist and does some writing herself. All right, cool. West Virginia, Western Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh. I want to go to Pittsburgh too and up to Niagara Falls. That's a traveling rubber trip. Maybe as part of this whole summer thing. And the newsletter last week, I kind of divulged a little bit of my travel plans, but those travel plans are written in jello. That can change any. I don't have any reservations. Sen Robledo, thank you so much for that super chat. What about Whataburger? We love it in Texas. Yeah, I've had Whataburger too, and I like it. Yes, absolutely. Whataburger is another one of those. Our country living. Thank you so much for that super chat. Stay well, my friend. Thank you so much. And I'm well. Do they still have Del Taco in Texas? From Thomas Connor. I've only had Del Taco once. I had it I think it was in San Francisco. It was good. Sounds like time for a nap. It's okay with us if you want to bail out for a siesta. No, siesta, no. Oh, the night is young, man. The night is young. Have you been to Banff National Park from JJ? No, I was going to go this summer. But probably going to go next summer. When was the last time from Stefano that you've been in Cuba? 2000... New Year's Eve 2004. And I didn't have such a great time. That's why I never went back. Arsenia Carrillo, happy Friday, Robert. Love your videos. Can I get a shout out to Felipe from Houston, Texas? Hello, Felipe! From Houston, Texas. And shout out for him from Indiana. I was just in Indiana last month, right? To pick up that trailer. That was the fastest trip I've ever done, let me tell you. It was like north-south. Pandemic is coming. I have to go back home. Seriously. Joanne Ridgway. Hey, Joe. Gulf Shore State Parks with camping on the beach. Alabama opens up on Monday. All right. When is your album coming out? My album is available already. Canadian side of Niagara Falls is a must-see if you go there. I've been there. I was there in 2013. I still haven't seen the American side. But, never been to El Pollo Loco, Luis Barrios. But I want to try Los Pollos Hermanos, if you know what I mean. How about Chick-fil-A? I like Chick-fil-A too. I like their fries, that waffle fries that they have. It's pretty cool. Paulo from Brazil. Hey, Robert, do you usually travel alone? Unfortunately, a lot of places I travel alone because, Ili still has that day job. But hopefully we're working on it. Cruel words you have heard before. I don't know. I prefer to forget those things. Marzan Worldwide, thank you so much for that super chat. A toast to Robert. Salud. Chingdong. Chingdong. Kylie K, have you ever been to Chiricahua National Monument? No, but I'm planning on going next winter. Maureen Kwarczynski, thank you so much for that super chat. As always, we love watching your videos and absolutely enjoy your concert. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Irvin Gonzalez, what's a good Cuban restaurant in Miami? Oh, a lot of them are really good. But if it is your first time at a Cuban restaurant, you probably have to go to Versailles. But there's many. Ralph Burlingame, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you. And Daryl Holloway, Robert, Kentucky here. Your videos help me make it through the lockdown, and I want to go back to Kentucky. But when they open all the distilleries back up, so I can do the Bourbon Trail. Francesca D, what's your dream trip? I think I've already done it, and it was that cross country trip. I mean, I have many dream trips left, but will you go south of the border down Mexico way? Absolutely. Yes, that's in the plans. I don't know exactly. Mexico, I might want to do in a camper van, to be honest about it. With a good inconspicuous camper van. And maybe not just stop at Mexico. You know, I want to do like the whole Pan American highway all the way to Ushuaia in Argentina. And that would be another dream trip for sure. Rodney Hutchings, thank you so much for that super chat. Hello, Robert. My family just came back from our first RV trip in Roanoke Mountain State Park in Tennessee. Listen to your tunes. Excuse me, the whole way. Thanks. And thank you. I'm glad I could provide the soundtrack for that trip. What's your favorite Cuban dish? Any good pork, like lechon. Or very few people know how to make them well, but like pork, the pork chunks, masitas de puerco, the pork chunks. If somebody knows how to make them juicy and not to burn, it's fried pork chunks. That stuff is absolutely fantastic. But very few people, very few restaurants know how to make it well, and you have to get the perfect part of the pork that has a little bit of that, that marble kind of. You know what I mean. Cooking videos on the horizon. Yeah, definitely. I have to do some. I'm gonna start doing some cooking videos with the Instant Pot. I'm becoming quite the expert with the Instant Pot. Believe it or not. I read about your next trip to Glacier National Park. Do you have any route suggestions? I don't know. I've never been there. I want to take that highway to heaven. I think it is called. It's I-90. At one point that it looks like it's going up to heaven. I don't know exactly. Masita de Puerco, CLT. But I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go this summer. I'm playing it by ear because a lot of the national parks haven't opened, and a lot of them, they don't seem like they're going to open anytime soon. So who knows? It's a lot of mixed messages and a lot of misinformation out there, and I don't know what's going on. Andy Barley, if you're coming through Virginia, there is a KOA that is nice by King's Dominion, about 15 minutes north of Richmond. And of course, I've been kind of visiting all the state capitals, and Richmond would be one that I would like to visit at some point. Robert Hubbard, thank you so much for that super chat. Cheers, my friend, and see you tomorrow night. And Michael Lucky. Thank you so much for that super chat. What's up? I love your videos. Keep up the great work. Julio Hernandez, does the V6 struggle on steep grades? Just a little bit normal, but it doesn't overheat or anything like that. It's a traveling rubber. I'm still doing virtual learning. Dylan Reynolds. That's good. What size Instant Pot? I have the mini. It's a little bigger than the mini. All right, everybody, I'm going to start wrapping this up. I really appreciate you guys joining me, all 812 of you tonight here on the live stream. Happy Friday to all of you. Richard Sosa, Robert, can you please wish Happy Mother's Day to my wife? You ladies, Happy Mother's Day. Felicidades. And Mini Teeny Instant Pot. You know what I want to try? I want to try if the Instant Pot. I want to try if the Instant Pot works with the new inverter inside in Mini Teeny 2. It should. Everything seems to indicate that it would, but I don't know. All right, everybody. It has been real. It has been great hanging out with you guys tonight. Let me lower this a little bit. Yes, this is a highly technological TV studio I have here. So I will see you tomorrow. We're gonna have ourselves another little concert tomorrow, 6 p.m. same time, different YouTube channel. Don't forget if you can CLT, if you can put the link again to my other YouTube channel, please subscribe, and that's where I'm gonna have the concert tomorrow. Andrew and Monica Tap channel. Thank you, everybody. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah, I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. All right, everybody, good night. Thank you for watching. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. If you want to listen to the concert, come back tomorrow to my other channel at 6 p.m. Eastern. And other than that, this Sunday at 7 a.m. Eastern, Nebraska, like you've never seen it before. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and see you on the road.